Hello there, this is welcome to episode 2 or episode 3 of The Wonderful World of Eddy. Yes, it's Eddy because Ronin sadly is not here anymore at the moment. He's cleaning his house.
Rip in peace.
Yeah, so instead you're going to be enjoying the lovely commentator that is Eddy. I am known as Legal Floggle on YouTube, so I will also take satisfaction of advertising freely on this episode by saying please subscribe to me as well as liking all my videos and copying all the videos. Favourite them as well would be nice.
Yep.
So that's that.
Dude.
And this episode will be about, Luke.
Anything you like.
Anything? Oh, right. We see we've got a very tight schedule here. We'll have a certain time limit to talk about certain topics.
Eddy, stop rambling. Come on. What are you doing?
What are you doing here, Ronan?
I'm a special guest.
Who are you?
I'm the special guest.
Welcome to the wonderful world of Eddy. It's good to have you here, guest.
Thank you, Luke.
No problem.
It's wonderful to be here.
Sure it is.
Yep.
I've never thought in my life I would get to this point in my life.
Alright then, so first topic will be about cornflakes. So I'll ask you, guest, what is your favourite type of cornflakes on Tuesdays?
Well, I have a very set routine of cornflake eating. Okay. On Mondays I have Cocoa Pops.
I'm saying on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays I have some Choco Pillows, you know. Getting
those. Never heard of them.
They're the best.
Alright. Okay then. Luke, what's yours?
What? Cereal of choice of Tuesdays.
No, what do you have on Tuesdays?
Weetabix, I guess, I had.
Oh, I'll tell you what I have. I said cornflakes, you idiot.
Whoa, Ronan said some weird pillow thing.
Yeah, I know, it's cornflakes shaped as pillows.
Oh, I have cornflakes shaped as Weetabix?
Oh, right.
Dummy.
I have cornflakes shaped as cornflakes.
Oh.
They're called cornflakes. So, yeah, that's that.
Yep.
So, I'll ask you something, Luke. If you could have a superpower, okay, what would it be?
I always thought that walking through walls was the best superpower. Because if you could walk through walls, you could still, like, sneak under places because you go through the ground and walk. And if you need to get on top of something, you could, like, go in the wall, jump up, freeze yourself, jump yourself up again and freeze yourself until you got to the top.
You can freeze yourself. But what if your, like, powers malfunction and you, like, fall through the wall just randomly?
Well, you
fall through the floor.
Well, your powers wouldn't malfunction. I'm not, like, getting my mutant shots.
You might be drunk and, you know, you don't know what you're doing.
Well, I'll be sure not to use my superpowers while intoxicated.
Go in the fox and go and jumping, Luke.
Yeah.
My superpower, I guess, would be the ability to talk to animals. That would be very nice.
That would be so boring, though.
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, you just, like, talk to animals and they'd hate you. Except, like, dogs, maybe. I mean, that's all the joy you'll get in the world.
I'll talk to every single ant, and I'll say hello, ant, and one of them will say hello, and I'll say hello to another ant, and it'll say I'm busy working, and another ant will say.
The ants actually think for themselves.
Don't step on me.
Do ants think for themselves? So they just like follow everyone?
It's me, I don't know.
Whoa. Follow everyone.
Power. So
who does the person in the front follow then?
Like the leader ant.
Yeah, but who does leader and follow if they all follow each other. They just go in like a massive circle.
But it just does what it's like programmed to do.
For a little interlude, I will now tell one of the greatest jokes ever, obviously invented by me.
Okay.
I'll ask you both, and then you will all laugh in hysterics. Have you got the canned laughter ready, Luke? You and Ron just to impersonate canned laughter.
Okay.
Alright, okay, son. What is Bruce Lee's favourite drink?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What is Bruce Lee's favorite drink?
Bruce Lee's favorite drink.
What the?
That actually wasn't that bad.
That was a very funny joke.
Where'd you get that one from?
I invented it with my brain.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You read it in, like, your girl gossip magazine? Probably.
Girl gossip.
So, what?
Didn't know Bruce Lee was on the topic of, girls, but never mind.
Yeah, girls world.
Amazing questions.
This week we didn't have any questions from our... we just got, like, 2 comments.
Let's have a frequently asked question. It is a wonderful...
Right. Yeah, I guess, yeah.
This question comes from... Let's have a look. Long live Bush's Blue. I haven't heard...
Oh, what? I thought he's dead.
Oh,
So,
make it bad.
just to make perfectly clear, we all love Long Live Bush's Blue, and
Yep.
of course, we used to know his main priority in life was to talk with the one and only Alex, or as he's known, Forever Trees Green.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, but he's been busy fangirling over the Wonderful World of Ronin.
yeah, I'm going to call Long Live Bush's Blue, because on the Wonderful World of Ronin, we also want to make other people have a wonderful world. So, we're going to make Long Live
Whoa,
Bush's Blue.
I'm so excited for this.
Very happy.
Reunited with his fan,
I'm
with
going
his
to call
hero.
Long Live Bush's Blue, and we're going to call Alex, and we're going to
We're gonna reunite them.
chat with him. What a great idea.
Okay.
So, and I'm
Then afterwards they can take a picture on Skype.
yeah, so, right, I'm just going to call him now. Hey guys, Eddy, how are you today? Hello there, Long Live Bush's Blue, how are you? I'm fine. What is going on? Well, you are in a very special confined space here, because you are on the one and only Wonderful World of Ronin.
Hey, welcome.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
welcome to the show.
Believe
Me too.
it? Oh my God, I'm a fan of your show since it ever came out. Oh wow, I can't believe this. So, hey guys, it's very nice to be here, I have to say. What is it you rang me for then, Eddy? Well, on the Wonderful World of Ronin, as I've just said here, we like to make other people have a wonderful world.
I'd like to make your dreams come true.
That's exactly. So, we're gonna make your dreams come true. Ooh, okay. What is that then? We are gonna have a special guest. Not only you, but someone else. Alex, or the tree's green. Oh, I'm not.
Oh, Alex, oh, Alex, oh, Alex, oh.
That's the official Alex theme tune.
That's Alex's
Gosh.
theme tune now.
Alright, I'll add him.
Did you just say, oh dear?
Oh, here it comes. He's not gonna answer, you know. He answered.
Hello there.
Hey, Alex.
Hello.
You're live on the Wonderful World of
Ronin.
Ronin.
You're live on the Wonderful World of Ronin. Woohoo! Hang on, Alex. We all know that. Well, we've always known that you always have a very nice caricature, or however you say it, dear. So, how would you like to make a very special little boy dreams come true?
Oh, God.
Yay! Yay!
Just say yes.
Yay.
I'd love to.
Good God.
So, come on then, don't be shy.
Yeah.
Fine.
Oh, Alex, you're meeting with a fan here.
Okay, yes. Hey, Alex, how are you today? Oh, I'm very good. What about you, little guy? I'm very good, thanks.
He's actually 48, Alex.
Well, I learned recently that YouTube had some history through YouTube private messaging. Can you please give us a bit of a backstory on this?
And Facebook adding and tweet.
Yeah.
Well, I've been a fan for your videos for ages. I loved your videos and your reviews have made me spark interest in many music artists. And you're just my idol, to be honest. And that's about it. That's the history. I made a channel in ode to your videos. So that's about it. But, thank you very much, the wonderful world of running, for making my dream come true.
Okay, don't cry, man.
It's alright.
Calm down, Eddy.
Alex.
Well, Wonderful World of Ronin is the only place that makes dreams really come true.
You bet. Unfortunately, we will not have Alex on the podcast until next week, when he is in.
No.
Catch us up on the Wonderful World of Ronin, episode 3.
Wait, I didn't get to ask him my question. Shut up. So then, continuing. This is another question we're just going to ask our guest.
Eddy, just
Right then, guest.
drop him out the
What
phone.
is your favourite film?
Come on, guys.
My favorite film is Luke's favorite film, which is Star Wars: Phantom Menace.
I guess that is the best guest. Ho, 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 ho.
Ooh.
Well, it's not actually your favourite, is it?
No.
Alright, I didn't get the sarcasm there.
Yeah.
Well,
Alright, okay, so Luke, are you going to have a little argument, debate with guest here? Is the Phantom Menace actually your favourite?
No. Ronin just says
dude,
things
stop
'cause
lying.
he's like hilarious. Whatever I say I like, he says I hate. He says he hates. Whenever I say I hate something, he says he loves it.
Oh, so does that mean you're not actually a bro, and you don't actually really love PewDiePie?
he's the
What?
best. That's what it's
What
about.
are you trying to say? I'm a bro.
Are you?
Yeah.
Have you seen Luke's picture on Skype? Look at that,
Yeah,
bro.
have you not seen my brofist mark on my screen? I think it's gonna break soon, because I've just been brofisting it so much.
Ugh, right, well, there's deduct 10% from the amount of friendship I have from you. Then, so, next question please, Luke, what is your favourite film?
I wouldn't really know.
I think mine's Inception, probably.
I've never seen Inception, I really like to see that.
It's kind of like a mind fuck.
Yeah, no, I can tell. It probably is, that's why it's called Inception.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Man!
Thank you for that. So then, my favourite film is probably the good and the bad and the ugly.
Ooh, good choice.
Or more like the good, the bad, and your ma.
Oh,
Oh!
Well, that's that question already answered. So, here's another question, Ronin. Why is it called The Wonderful World of Ronin? Because, to be honest, so far we haven't actually digested any of your personal life or anything, so we don't see...
I don't have a personal life.
Oh, dear. Alright, then.
You know, no one else's name can handle the sheer awesomeness of this podcast. So the duty has to be full on my shoulders.
Oh, tell us, what's the latest thing that's wonderful that's happened in your life?
I recently reunited to a fan and a hero together.
Oh, that was me.
No. No.
what a
Eddy,
beautiful
no.
moment in your life, Ronin. I mean, wow.
I know, it's very beautiful.
You're a fantastic person.
Their happiness rubbed off on me.
I can't believe you did that by yourself.
Well, I guess I can't help to admit that I am already wearing a Wonderful World of Ronin t-shirt as we speak. Oh.
Alright.
Well,
Is it that
one.
fantastic art that I made in Microsoft Paint?
No, you mean your like £100 editing software?
Oh, yeah.
That's a picture of Ronin smiling and saying one of his many fantastic quotes that have made us laugh with joy
Oh.
Oh, I love
All those classic moments.
I say them to myself and laugh, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I am the guy. I was like, oh, I keep realizing.
Excellent. Alright then, here's another question that's been on the top of everyone's minds for so long. As we know,
Who is everyone?
You have brothers and sisters. Can we please ask, have they been very supportive of your show?
Yes, they have.
What is your parents' reaction to all the money that you've been making?
Yeah.
Yeah, the amount of downloads
The amount of pirating of the podcast.
Well, you wouldn't make money off it if it was getting pirated, would you?
No, the pirates pay for it.
Oh, right, I thought you said pirated. Like torrent.
Oh.
Oh.
They're sailing the 7
No, like-
pirates.
Yeah, Sailor 17 just into the podcast.
Yeah.
All right.
Come on, Eddie.
Sorry. So, okay then. That's great.
So yeah, we're doing a fan meetup at Newcastle Greg.
Yeah.
That's great. Good actual.
Just ask for a sausage roll with war, and then they're like, oh, they'll show you to the back,
Yeah.
and then
Awesome. Is that the password, is it?
Yeah, it's right behind the
Yeah.
buns.
Okay, then I'll remember that.
the
So,
corner, the corner. Can't be like in the middle. It has to be in the
This
corner.
message will self-destruct in 2 hours, so
It-
better get remembering.
okay,
you
then.
have to write. You can't write down.
No.
We're not talking for 2 hours, are we?
No.
Thank God. So then, thinking of another quote question that's just been on everyone's minds for so long, and I've tuned in this episode only primarily to know the answer to this. How often do you pick your nose?
Several times a day.
And
Every single second of the day.
Okay,
Well,
that question's done.
question, how many
I'm a
times?
very fast person.
Pick your arse.
No, I actually pick my nose. When the sun rises, I pick my nose. Twice or 3 times a day.
Answer the
And then
question, Ronan.
when the sunset goes, I pick it once, then wait like 5 minutes, then pick it again.
That would be a good song, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
The sun shines, I pick me nose.
Get writing, Eddie.
Sun goes down and I pick me arse.
You're revealing Egghead music lyrics.
Such a farce.
We can make a song about this on Egghead.
Eddie, I didn't really hear you because Ryan's speaking over you, but I'm sure it was hilarious.
I said, doing it can be such a farce.
Oh, what a great one.
I know. Here's another question to you, Ronan. As we know, XX Flaming Potatoes isn't always about the wonderful world of Ronin. It also mainly features you doing gameplay videos. When is the next one you're going to be doing? For example, for GTA, San Andre, and Minecraft and stuff like that. When's your next one going to be?
Well, GTA. Well, you know how my laptop broke. The
Oh,
hard disk is
lost the video.
failed.
You lost the file. Well, I'm sure...
I lost the file.
Hang on, well, I'm sure...
I can't do it anymore.
Since the fans love the videos so much, why don't you just read
I know. I love them as well.
Hey Ronan, I have a question for you. Do you know, like your classic video theme part advert for Geography :D, will we ever get any more in real life videos from you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Me, Claude, Francesco, and Christy are planning another breakthrough
Alright.
video. Smash it.
The-
It's gonna be Actually, I can't reveal information right now. It's top secret.
I'm sure it is.
Even though you've just said most of it, never mind.
No. I haven't said anything of the concept.
Alright. I can still hear myself.
I'm sorry.
Okay then, so the final question I'll be asking, I don't know if, well, surely Luke will have plenty of questions that saved throughout the episodes of The Wonderful World of Ronin. Do rubber ducks invade your toilet?
a very dangerous question, Eddie.
Obviously, the pauses in these videos is just for the amount of constraint that Ronin's mind is trying to do
Yep.
to try and think of an answer for this.
There's something in there.
I can't really talk about it, or they'll kill my family.
I'm sure you can talk about it, Ronin.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
Well, in the morning, when I wake up out of my bed, I go to the toilet straight away. I don't even open my eyes. I just go, fumble around for 10 minutes trying to open the lid. And then the ducks, all I hear is quack quack, and I just poo myself in the toilet.
Ducks never.
What?
Ducks go quack.
What?
These rubber ducks.
Oh, God, never mind. Alright, then that was an excellent answer. Top notch, 10 out of 10. So then, time for you to
That's
ask questions for me and Ronan then, Luke.
Okay.
Obviously, since this is the first time I've appeared, I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for the one and only.
I do. I'm just getting them through from my correspondence. Right.
Obviously, the file.
Yeah.
On the
I've just got to search through the YouTube comments to find one.
Oh,
all right. I've
take
got
it well.
one. I've got one that might be good. From Alexander Mook, who is 16,
Oh,
from Scotland,
Right.
and he asks, "What plans do you have for the future of the Wonderful World of Ronin?" Well, Ron, I'll let you take this one away.
Yeah, I've got.
well, our plans are very. I don't know. I don't know. Luke, you can take this one.
Well, Eddie, do you have any ambition to return to the Wonderful World of Ronin after your debut appearance in episode 2?
Well, as you can probably tell so far, I'm actually jumping and doing high five and high stars of how much I'm enjoying this so far.
Oh.
I'm in midair and actually flying because I'm so happy right now doing this. So of course I'll be in as many episodes as I possibly can.
Well, sorry to say that, Eddie, but you only allowed one per show.
Sorry. I mean,
Sorry.
you can have one returning special. You can have one returning special for like a half a minute segment on the 10th anniversary, which is coming up soon.
Yeah.
So, well, personally, my future
I
ambitions
can't
for the
pull
Wonderful
Wonderful World of
World.
Ronin featuring Eddie again. Come on.
Yeah.
Sounds lame.
Production values are going to go through the roof, and Ronin will actually put in some headphones at some point, so we can't hear ourselves.
Wowzers.
That's it.
Good luck.
And yeah,
I
that's
thought Ronan was doing that so because we're sort of running out of guests. It makes us sound like there's loads of people in the chat.
yeah, they're
there's
queuing up
actually
outside.
61.
Yeah. Okay then, surely there's another question that's out there for you, Luke.
Yeah, this next question is from Alexander Mook, who is
Jeez.
16 from Scotland.
The range on these questions.
Sorry, I'm just surfing through, and his are the only ones that are really like sticking out to me.
They're the most top rated. I mean,
Did any of you expect any of the great success you achieved with the Wonderful World of Ronin?
Hasn't this already been answered in episode 0?
Yeah, I think it has. But we'll just go through it again, Ronin.
so it's your turn, Luke.
It's my turn.
It's your time to recap.
Well, actually, unlike what most famous people say, yes, I did expect the fame and fortune that came, because as soon as I heard the first episode, I just knew we had something, and it was just going to take off.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the answer to that question.
I came in
Unless Eddie wants to talk about how many subscribers he's earned since being mentioned on episode 1.
Yeah.
Well, I did make a post on my YouTube channel recommending the Wonderful World of Ronin, but I think there was no point anyways because pretty much everyone who's subscribed to me already watches the Wonderful World of Ronin, so that was
Well,
good.
who doesn't, Eddie? Even the Queen watches The Wonderful World of Ronin.
I know that.
A little scared.
Yeah.
But as a little thank you, Ronan, well, it's deleted for some reason now, but he also recommended my channel. And upon looking at my channel, as you can probably see right now, it has got, let's have a look, 679,321 subscribers. And Ronan's only that 1 minute ago, so yep, I'll be have to just. That's why I'm sort of appeared on this episode. I sort of want to give a bit gratitude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm dead.
Thank you for that.
Well, the next question is a bit of a... it's from Alexander Mook, who's 16 from Scotland,
Alexander
and he
Mook.
asks, can I come on and ask some questions?
No, sorry.
I'm gonna have to deny this offer.
Questions are going to be
We're all filled up. We're all filled up with questions from Alexander Mook. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm sure he could, I'm sure, Long the Bush is Blue would like to ask him some questions at some point. But today is not the day.
Yeah, he only gets one returning feature.
Yep.
You're listening to the Wonderful World of Ronin.
What am I doing with my life?
For a start, you went on the Wonderful
Yeah,
World of Ronin.
well, that's a pretty great achievement for your life.
Yeah, it's the highlight of your life. You'll be known as the.
I mean, whether you're feeling suicidal or not, you can just think back to that time you were on the Wonderful World of Ronin, and you'll see a shining light at the end of the tunnel.
Yeah, because you're dead.
To discover it's a freight train coming your way.
To discover it's heaven. Well. Oh, we got another question from Claude De La Fuente, 14, from Newcastle. He says, my brother has sex with a dog. Should I call the police?
I think this guy's too funny for the podcast. We're gonna have to contain him.
I'm already suicidal. You don't need to tell me even know.
Don't look at the light.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got another question from Claude, since we haven't answered that one. Can dogs look up? That's a very reasonable
I like this question. No, they can't. Actually,
Yes, they can.
No,
they have very
they can't look straight up. I remember reading like this horror story, and the dog got all dodgy.
You flip them on the back, and then they can look up.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
While they're standing up, like they can look like
They might have like a red.
they can look about 45 degrees, but they can't look straight up.
Yes, they can.
I remember a child story about, like, I think it was a badger where it never looked up, and he
I remember this really horrible horror story that I read. It was like horror stories for 8-year-olds or something.
Like really scary, horrible as in like not scary.
And this guy he got stuck down a well, and he was looking up for like a year.
I guess he wouldn't be well then.
So his head got like stuck, looking straight up, and his dog died and stuff.
Why did he like look down?
Because he's looking up at the light for someone to save him. Poor guy.
Is this gonna happen to Eddie?
And of course,
When
we're
we thrown down the well, the Wonderful World of Ronin branded well.
Shut up! Don't tell him.
Alright.
Eddie.
Oink, oink.
Oink goes the cow.
Oh my head.
Imagine like a really stupid person singing Old MacDonald.
And Mama told me had a dog. E-I-E-I-O. With an
Eddie.
Moo, 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 moo. Meow. Well, this has been another extremely good episode of the Wonderful World of Ronin. Thank you very much for tuning in. And it's a goodbye.
We're not done yet. We've still got an hour to do.
Yeah.
So, boy, is there any last thing you to say?
It's the end for you, Eddie, but not for us. Sorry, Eddie. See you later.
Yeah, no, it is the end for me because I'm going to commit suicide after being in this stupid epised.
Well, you were desperate to come on, son. We don't want you.
we only get you on here to make us look good.
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, bubbly.
We just wanted to plug you because we felt sorry about your YouTube channel. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, you gone.
You're listening to The Wonderful World of Ronin.
We kicked Eddy out. He's going to
He's been kicked out the treehouse.
Wonderful
Yeah,
Treehouse.
that's where we're recording, you know. I mean,
Yeah, it actually isn't
I
even
know.
made out of wood. It's actually just like one of those Argos ones. that
yeah,
you just set up.
it's plastic, and
It's like really
half of it's
colourful.
broken, but there's leaves blowing in my face. But
The toilet doesn't work, so the poo's just piling
why
out.
would you have a toilet in a treehouse, Ron? That's like the dumbest
Because,
thing.
you know,
Like, could you not like go like the
but
2 meters back to the house to go to the toilet? We
you might be scared of the monsters.
what monsters? All right, in your
Now you-
imagination.
No, Luke. You shouldn't really promote imagination. They're actually real.
Oh, all right.
I've seen them, Luke.
Tell me these events.
Well, it was late one night in the Wonderful World of Ronin treehouse. I woke up at 1:30 in the morning. Luke was fast asleep, snoring and mumbling about Emma Stone. And then I heard some ruffles in the bushes. And then Alex was there. In the treehouse, not in the
Oh,
bushes.
hi, Alex, Ronin said.
Oh, hi, Alex. Wake up, get off. But he didn't move, so he started singing some random Beatles song. So and then I looked out. It's over the colourful balcony of the treehouse. And all I saw was Long Live Bushels Blue with a camera taking a picture of us sleeping, and then he was cutting Alex's hair to put on eBay to sell.
No, it's his first personal collection.
No. He's gonna sell a bit of it, and then he's gonna take another
oh.
bit for his personal collection.
Make a clone.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be like it won't have the same thing,
Yeah.
you know. It'll just be like lookalike.
All right, on with the story.
What a great
No,
story.
the story's not over. You never told us about the monster.
All right. Alex Williamsley was the
No,
monster.
no, he wasn't. There's a twist in the story.
Oh. Luke, you continue. You were there too.
Oh. No, I wasn't. I was asleep mumbling about Emma Emma Stone, you said.
Emma.